When we were kids, the little guy who promised to marry me when we grew up said the promise didn't count anymore once we were older. Back then, sea kinda sang under the clear sky with scattered clouds. But some kids started picking on someone under the tree. Turns out they snatched Shuya's flower crown. Shuya was trying hard, but still held onto the bully's clothes and wouldn't let go. That bully told his buddies to pry Shuya off. You think having that bowl cut friend makes you tough? They beat Shuya so bad he went himself, but he still wouldn't let go. The flower crown fell to the ground and got ruined. Shuya's wallet fell apart. He looked up and glared at that bully. His pheromones scattered through the air. I said it's not for you. Don't touch my stuff. Shuya crawled angrily toward that kid. The two kids behind him felt their stomachs hurt. They suddenly lost their strength. The kid in front backed away, terrified. He picked up a rock and threw it at Shuya. That's when Juyuk showed up. He held up a stick to protect the pitiful Shuya. When that kid saw him raise the stick, the three of them ran off in a panic. Under the sunset, Juyuk carried Shuya home on his back. Lee Shuya, you big dummy! You should have just given it to them. Why fight over an ugly flower crown? But you made it for me with your own hands. No, it's ruined. And you got hurt because of it. Speaking of Juyuk getting hurt, Shuya started bawling. Juyuk said he'll be an alpha someday. This little cut is nothing. I'm super strong. Shuya smiled and said, Juyuk is the strongest person in the world. Then he hugged his Juyuk tight. Juyuk said to Shuya, how are you gonna survive without me? You always get picked on when I'm not around. No choice then. You'll have to be my partner. That way I can protect you forever. He told Shuya to stop. At the wedding, he gave Shuya a way prettier flower crown. Shuya happily agreed through tears and laughter. And so they promised to be together forever under the sunset. But grown up, Juyuk totally changed his tune. Shuya said, crying, but you promised me. You promised to marry me. I know you don't lie. But that promise only counted if I became an alpha. Nah, Juyuk doesn't want to marry the huge Shuya anymore. Shuya came to see Juyuk all happy, but Juyuk knocked him flat. Right now at Hanguk University's #1 judo training hall, Juyuk is training hard. He and his opponent were evenly matched at first. But after a bit, Juyuk spotted his weakness and threw him with a clean shoulder toss. Everyone clapped and cheered. Come Juyuk today. Is a recessive Omega. That's our Juyuk. First time at the adult national tournament. I need to go. Chris really got high hopes for you. You're a rising star for the national team. Hanguk University's pride. Like the child of the god of competition. Juyuk said his goal was an Olympic gold medal and to become Korea's pride. Haha, that's our Kong Juyuk. What big ambitions. You'll definitely make it. The next tryouts are in the bag for you. How's Juyuk? Classmate, the bitterly keep him look down on him. Free practice is over. When everyone gathered for discussion, suddenly everyone said Juyuk's shadow is here. A little head poked through the door. Shuya leaned against the doorway, calling out to Juyuk. When he came in, they noticed his build was smaller than most judo acts. He's Shuya today. Sorry, I know you said not to come, but I was worried about you. Everyone teased that Shuya comes every day. He's so devoted. Juyuk accept him as your partner. Then they discussed how Juyuk's the Omega, and Shuya's the Alpha. Yeah, come Juyuk. You know, a feisty Omega like you. Finding an Alpha who'll accept you isn't easy. While he's still crazy about you, you should say thank you, hubby, and hold on to him tight. Predictably, Lee Ki-bum got punched by Juyuk. Juyuk heard the teammates admiring Shuya's great build, saying he should do sports. Shuya immediately brightened up. Juyuk, done with practice. Good work, Juyuk. Looking at Shuya even dressed. You can't hide his naturally great physique. Compared to him, I train like crazy and only get this crappy body. This made Juyuk furious. He walked right past Shuya. Juyuk, wait for me. Juyuk told Shuya not to follow him, then gave Shuya a shoulder throw. Everyone saw Shuya execute a perfect breakfall. Poor thing. But Shuya didn't care. He immediately got up to chase after Juyuk. Juyuk walked ahead. Shuya chased behind. The little guy who promised to marry him when they grew up. Everything changed. When we were kids, Juyuk cried, feeling something wrong with his body. Mom ran over asking what happened. Joel said he was dizzy. His body felt so hot, and there was weird stuff coming out. Mom knew right away something was wrong. At the hospital, the doctor said Juyuk differentiated into an Omega. Didn't you say he'd be an Alpha? Our whole family are Alphas. We've never had an Omega. The doctor didn't know the exact reason. Now guessing maybe an ancestor was Omega. He asked truth. Was there constant alpha pheromone output around you? That's currently the most likely cause. A few papers mentioned it. Mom said, of course Juyuk was around alpha pheromones. Our whole family are Alphas. He was supposed to be an Alpha. How could he suddenly become an Omega? Among education, Juyuk was speechless. Juyuk felt his world collapse. He couldn't accept this reality and passed out. A few days later, Juyuk came home. Juyuk, congrats on becoming an Omega. Juyuk looked at the celebration decorations at home. Headed straight for the door. Just then Mom's client from the pharmaceutical company came by. Juyuk wondered why a client would come to their house. Their newly developed pheromone blocker perfume.
As a gift,
People kept coming to congratulate Juyuk on becoming an Omega. Auntie even gave Juyuk an Omega guidebook. Mom, what's going on? Do all the relatives and neighbors know? Turns out Mom didn't know much about Omegas, so the Omega friends and neighbors all came to help. I said not to tell it on you. Look at these Omega friends. They're all happy, right? Zhu wanted to argue with Mom, but the person he dreaded most showed up. Shuya slowly peeked his head in with the bouquet. Seeing Shuya, Zhu froze completely. Seeing the bouquet, Zhu mind went blank. He remembered he wanted Shuya to be his bride. They definitely promised to get married. They promised. All felt like a joke. He threw the bouquet hard at Shuya, destroyed all the celebration decorations, then ran off angrily. Mom watched Zhu run away, looked at the mess at home. She felt terrible. Zhu being so unhappy. Mom wanted him to meet Omegas to feel better, but I was wrong. Does that comfort her? I understand. Shuya and I were opposite genders too. When we first found out, we cried for days. Oh no, Shuya told me not to tell anyone. Looking back, Shuya was already gone. He was sad too, his face covered in tears. But Shuya kept chasing his beloved Zhu. Just like now. This chase has gone on for years. Zhu and Shuya are next door neighbors. Both families, raising kids with different secondary genders, have always helped each other. Since Zhu became an Omega, Shuya's been chasing him. Even now, after all these years, it hasn't changed. Now Shuya caught up with Zhu, grabbed his hand. Walk with me. Are you mad? I told you not to come to the gym. And stop following me. They brought up me being Omega again. Most judo athletes are alphas. If you're not careful, something bad could happen. And you're not wearing a bite guard either. Zhu was still angry. He told Shuya to let go. Hey. Zhu yanked his hand away from Shuya and pulled Shuya forward. As Shuya fell forward, he stuck out his foot and tripped him. Zhu easily knocked Shuya down again. Just as Shuya hit the ground painfully, he saw Zhu taking the chance to walk away fast. He even threatened Shuya, try following me again. Shuya got up and kept chasing, but the light turned red. The traffic blocked Shuya's way. After the cars passed, Zhu was nowhere to be seen. Zhu walked until nighttime, when he stopped to catch his breath and looked around. The neighborhood was empty. Sure enough, Shuya didn't follow. Finally, he didn't follow me. So nice. How long's it been since I walked home alone? Zhu walked alone on the busy street. Damn it, all because I was avoiding Shuya. I took the wrong way. With Zhu's vision slowly blurred, he started heating. I thought heat wasn't due yet. He quickly dug through his bag for pheromone suppressants, but the bottle was empty. Damn it, of all times. Mom said the next batch would take a while. This also caught a guy on the street's attention. His gaze toward Zhu. Zhu crouched in a corner. His pheromones were spilling out uncontrollably. The guy acted casual, but his eyes stayed on Zhu. Zhu felt sick. Does this street always reek of alpha pheromones? Everywhere's full of unfamiliar alpha pheromone smells. Wait, Shuya, that guy's pheromones aren't this disgusting. Could it be Shuya rubbed his pheromones on me again? Zhu seemed heat. The guy on the street came to help. Zhu pheromones right now aren't very strong, but prickly like thorns. Very unstable. The guy looked at Zhu. Is he recessive? No. He probably just can't hide it. But pheromones spreading this far. It's like he's looking for someone. That jerk. Shuya covered me in his pheromones again. Good asking, jerk. Making me like this. Then when I actually need him, he's not here. 3 punks spotted Zhu. Seeing Zhu in heat, the 3 punks smirked. Hey kid, control your pheromones. At this rate, can't blame perverts for targeting you. Not my problem though. But seeing the punks approach Zhu, the guy was still no. Zhu had no strength now. His condition kept getting worse. The punks got close. Your sense incredible. Releasing pheromones everywhere. You must be desperate. Play with us. We'll cool you down real quick. They grabbed Zhu. When the guy rushed over to help, he saw Zhu beat all the punks by himself. The guy was stunned too. Ha ha. This guy's hilarious. Pinning down the fat punk. But crap, Zhu had no strength left. The fat guy kicked Zhu off. He suddenly looked fierce. You're still acting tough.